Hey guys, Patrick here, back with another episode of Lolcow Workouts. And since last week we covered low tier God's arms, I figured that it would be only fitting this week to cover his legs, his admittedly weakest point, which also spawned the meme of low tier legs. So let us go through his workout routine now and see exactly what the problem is with his legs, or with his routine for hitting his legs, and see if we can't correct that. So starting off is a really good sign, because we start off with the king of all leg exercises, that being squats. Now, I don't know if Low Tier God does this purposefully, but he appears to be doing a high bar squat as opposed to a low bar squat, which is better for hypertrophy as opposed to like a low bar squat, which is better for strength. So, I mean, but hey, whatever. It's a squat's a squat. So he does appear to be, he does squats, and squats are a great exercise. They work out literally every muscle in your lower body. Your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and your entire posterior chain. So really, squats are a great exercise, and everybody should be doing them. Up next, we have barbell lunges, which are a good exercise. I personally just don't like them. My balance isn't the best, and I don't like having all that weight up top overhead on like a bar that I can't just drop if, things are getting too funky. You know what I mean? So I personally don't like it, but that being said, lunges are another incredible exercise. Again, they work out pretty much every muscle in your legs, and they are a great lower body exercise. So right off the bat, we're starting off strong. Next up, we have a hack squat. Now, Low Tier God uses the machine. I don't have access to that, so I'm doing it the original way. Now, a hack squat, I don't know, it's kind of just like a partial range of motion squat. I genuinely don't see the point in including a hack squat on a day when you're already doing a regular squat. So, I don't know, I just think that that's like a weird, I don't know. I guess it's just like one of those things that I personally wouldn't go for, but it's not like wrong to do so. You know what I mean? Up next, we have leg extensions. And leg extensions are a great quad isolation exercise, as well as a good way to prevent knee injuries. Leg extensions are just a really good exercise in general. Now, again, I don't have access to a leg extension machine, so I have to do it like the fucking ghetto way with a dumbbell. And lastly, we have seated calf raises. A bit of a superfluous exercise from like an athletic and strength standpoint, but from an aesthetic standpoint, an absolutely necessary one. And I think going over all of the exercises here, we can deduce what the problem here is with Low Tier God's leg routine. And that being that he hardly works out the posterior chain at all. The posterior chain. Because he, yes, squats work out your glutes and hamstrings a little bit. Same thing with lunges. However, he is doing absolutely nothing to emphasize these points. He's not doing any lying hamstring curls or seated hamstring curls. He's not doing any Romanian deadlifts or good mornings. He's not doing even just a regular deadlift. And like when you're not doing any of these exercises, your legs are going to be small. They're only going to be half as big as they possibly could get, because you're literally not working out, one half of your body. It's like only working out your biceps and not working out your triceps at all. It's like, well, then your arms are going to be super small because you're not getting that emphasis where it is needed. So, every exercise he's doing here is a good one and should be kept in. However, he needs to elongate his leg days, and he needs to do more exercises. Again, he needs to do seated hamstring curls, lying hamstring curls, Romanian deadlifts, good mornings, and even just a regular deadlift. You know what I mean? He needs to do all these exercises in order to really bring up his only real weak point, which is his legs. So that's all I have to really say about it, is that this isn't again, similar to the thing I said about his arms, is this isn't a bad workout routine. Oh, and of course I forgot to mention sets, reps. The sets and reps and rest times from what I saw are all the exact same. 4 sets of 12 with 30 seconds rest. And again, I still have that same problem with only resting 30 seconds when you're trying to lift weights. Your rest times should be longer in order to gain mass. But putting that aside, yeah, no, that's really, again, it's not that he's doing necessarily anything wrong or his exercise is bad. It's just the programming needs tweaking. Except for unlike his arm days, which only needed a slight tweak, this kind of needs a little bit more. He kind of needs to he kind of needs to just he needs to throw in an extra like 5 leg exercises on his leg days. And really, that's kind of the only issue that I have with this routine. So, that's all that there is to be said about this episode of Lolcow Workouts, guys. Please let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I'm Patrick, and I'll see you next time.